I'm like, will people listen to me or not? Okay, that's the first thing. So today I'm going to talk about something very different, probably something that you may or may not have come across, which I have, of course. It's really cool. So all of you are either involved with some sort of product or are into product marketing, things like that, right? Now imagine if I say ki you can build a product without using code. Will you guys agree with me at this point? Full-fledged product without using any code, zero code, using drag and drop, using typing, using basic stuff. Will you guys agree to that? No. By the end of the session, I'm sure you will. In fact, if we have the time as well, I'll conduct a small workshop or anything so all of us can build a live product right now. It's going to be really fun. Also, if anyone wants to reach out to me, just Google this name. Pretty much it. I know my surname will take some time to memorize, but Google will automatically. So I was browsing through Twitter a couple of days back. Again, this happened. So everyone knows Sahil. Yeah, this guy is the CEO of Gumroad, pretty badass guy on Twitter. So he said one thing, that to launch a good product, you don't need a good domain name, you don't need a name, you don't need a sophisticated infrastructure on the back. I took that a little too seriously, right? So I built a product in Feb 2019. I'll tell you more about that. So I built that product without using any code. I didn't even buy a domain. And a lot of great things happened after that, which I'll run you through. Okay, so again, let me take you back in time. So Feb 2019, I was finishing my mechanical engineering. Spoiler alert, I still haven't got 2 bags. I wanted to do my MBA after graduation. Again, I wanted to follow the Indian prodigy. कि आप चलो पहले mechanical engineering करो, फिर बाद में MBA करो, शादी बच्चे मौत. That was pretty much same framework I had in mind. But then at the flip side, basically I come with around 4-5 years of work experience. I started my career when I was 18, right from freelancing in Fiverr to starting 2 companies, being an early stage angel investor, writing books, done pretty much everything that a cliched entrepreneur would. I did that. Which is when I thought, look, अगर MBA मुझे करना है ना, and I'm a guy who's very ambitious, I want to do it in Ivy League and stuff. I thought, चलो, probably might cost me 4-5 crores, I don't know how much. That's not practical for me. Plus on top of that, as an icing on the cake, I'm a bunny. Hardcore Marwadi. I see numbers like in my sleep. That's how it is. And these numbers didn't really work out with me. I'm like, chalo, I'm not going to spend time wasting my money on MBA. Return कुछ नहीं मिला, दिक्कत काफी है, ठीक है? And then, so I'm a guy who's always self-taught. Right from business, right from anything, I've always self-taught myself. I haven't really relied on a mentor or anybody else. I'm like, dude, Google it. Learn everything. I did that. But why? Because MBA के लिए कोई framework नहीं. There's no framework available right now for MBA. Let's say if any of you guys want to learn something on business, you have to go sit through the painstaking lessons that's available on YouTube from Harvard, MIT. It all sounds really cool, but trust me, one session 2-3 घंटा long, you'll probably fall asleep. It's very, upfront that way. Syllabus also, let's say if I want to find out what the syllabus is, which probably Boston or Babson College in Boston teaches. Okay, that syllabus is also not easily accessible. But if you go on Twitter or if you just type in how do I learn HTML and all that, you'll find so many resources and community that's already set up for them. You don't even need to go and get a degree or get an experience. Trust me, to learn coding today, it's as easy as learning ABCD. That's that. Okay? So ultimately, my goal was, look, I wanted to learn MBA so I could do better in business, which I miserably failed in as well. I thought, chalo, if I want to learn business, if I want to learn things, I only want to learn touch points that would matter to me as the most. I don't want to learn anything else. That was my basic idea in mind. Okay? So, and then I also wrote a book, like I said. The book did pretty well as well. Did a PR. It sells on Barnes & Noble, Amazon. It's there across the globe, every bookstore that you could find. Problem is that I stopped reading books after I wrote my book, which is quite funny. I mean, honestly, I wrote my book, I'm like, shouldn't have done this. I should have just written a blog post and just shut up like that. But that's what happens. So books, see, to go through books, let's say if I give you guys an ABM book or anything, it's going to take a long time for you to read it. In fact, it'll probably take 2-3 months for you to read it. If you actually sit down and do the math of timing and all that, the thing of this is you put your 8 hours in a day, you do it. Why 8 hours? Because I'm from IT. Like I did my IT coaching and stuff after 12th. Again, the thing was that 16 घंटे 8 घंटे पढ़ो, and that's how you complete a course. So that that math stuck on with me. But at the same time, combinations are really amazing. Alright. So all of you have been to school, college, I'm pretty sure. Okay, nobody's like a half graduate like me. So when you go to school and college, I'm sure all of you would have one teacher, something that's very, you probably like is your favorite teacher. Like the way he communicates or the way he talks to people, the way he makes eye contact or anything for that matter. It's so memorable that even in lunch break, when you're probably discussing who to beat up or where to go after college or school, something, you still talk about that teacher. Like, yeah, this class was amazing. I didn't understand anything, but this teacher was amazing. And one or two points that he says during the session is something that stays on with you for a very long time. Like probably it could be a small proverb, a small physics joke, or anything like that that stays on with us. Even like right now as well, the point of this conference is that we all come here, we talk to each other, we communicate, have conversations, and take something back. We're not exchanging books or writing stuff, right? Same thing, right? And so I wanted to build a bot that teaches me the main concepts of MBA through conversations. This was the idea in mind. Because again, I cannot sit and school everybody in MBA, neither can I expect somebody to do that with me. So I'm like, look, let me just create a chatbot. I did that. But the problem was that I didn't know how to code. I had zero money to hire developers. I didn't know the main concepts to be included were as well. And the worst part is I'm a very social person. Like I'm always on my phone consistently texting, doing 10 different things as well. So of course, to take out time to study concepts, that's a very daunting task. It's just not mentally sustainable for a guy like me. But then I found out that products and websites can also be built without using code. I'll tell you where I found this out. And I also found the exact topics that need to be covered, which will help you probably build up on your skills and things like that. Then the best part is I found that I have to invest zero money to actually build this. The best part is zero investment if I'm making like 50K, 1 lakh as well. I'm like, boss, that's an amazing investment. Like ROI, they go 100x. So, and then plus, so this entire thing, the chatbot, you can actually use it on Facebook Messenger. You're texting your friends, so just learn this chatbot, let me learn some topics as well. You can do that. That was a fun part. So there, you're able to also be in the social platform that you're already in, and you can also learn this, right? So this is the entire premise of this chatbot. So the reason I picked up MBA particularly was that, look, MBA was again just an idea for me. Like, look, for me, an MBA does not clichély means that you have to go learn things about business. It covers management, covers finance, covers the practical aspects of life, which is why I've betrayed my engineers and become a marketer, I've become a manager, I've become all of that. Because, look, if you actually look at this tweet, and this is something that stuck on me for a very longest time, that 10 years ago, parents like when my dad did his MBA and all of that, look, people no matter what the amount was, like, karo tum jaake. Students today, or the millennials today, people of our age, Gen Z, Gen Y, all these guys, they're very cognizant of how much we spend. Because dude, I mean, come on, money is everything for us today, and there's no sense for us to go spend lakhs, stay outside, stay away from families, and still achieve nothing anymore. Because I've got friends who've gone to amazing universities in the US, have come back and are working shitty jobs, and that number is astonishingly high. Like I don't even want to tell the stats to you. In fact, if you want to know the stats as well, Coursera, Udemy, all these places, they have a 70% drop rate in their courses. That stat is openly available. I'm surprised they're even like still running today. That's how it is. Because first of all, you don't get structured learning there. Second part is the courses that's there. You're actually at the they leave it to you. You go, you pick up the course that you like, you learn it the way you want to. They don't tell you, look, these are the best courses, and if they do, it's all based on vanity metrics. Why? Because they're there to take money out of you. As easy as that. Okay? So I built this. Learn the basics of MBA in less than a day by Facebook Messenger. This was the entire tagline. This is pretty much what the product is. Okay. By the way, I stole that name Aibo as well. It's not my name. This is a robot dog called Sony. I mean, Sony made this robot dog as well called Aibo a couple of years back actually. Failed miserably. Why? Because of stealing data, started doing shit at home as well. It was a huge failure. I'm like, chalo, this name seems fine. It's cute as well. Let me just take it. Okay. So I built this in 10 days. Why 10 days? Because I'm a slow learner, but I'm sure if I show you guys how to do that right now, probably by the end of the day as well, you guys will build one chatbot yourselves. It's that easy. So I need a logo. There's a place called the Noun Project. You can get free logos, free icons, all of them. And the icons again are very high quality as well. Plus Canva, everybody knows Canva. If you're in marketing, you know Canva, of course. I built this. Okay. I needed a website. I used a platform called Launchable. Simple, you can use drag and drop, type, things which I'm very good at. I know. This is thing that this one Bill Gates also says that Control V and Control C are probably the best invention that man has actually come up with. I mastered that invention. My engineer. I needed a chatbot as well, so I use a platform called ChatFuel. Alright, now ChatFuel. So I'll tell you more in depth of these platforms as and when we go. But let me take you to the product itself. Right. So this is the homepage. Right. It tells you what the product is. You click on the button. It will take you to the messenger bot, and you can just drop it there. Easy as that. So this one page itself tells people what this is, what they want to do. So it's very clear in terms of the intent. Then comes the second part. Okay, intent, I probably want to explore this more. What does it do? So it teaches you all the fundamentals of MBA. This is how it works as well. Free forever. Why? I didn't feel like charging people because I don't know, I mean, I don't feel like charging my students, and I didn't do that. That was my moral justification on it. Then content curated and from trusted places. So look, I didn't really go all in and just put out all the plays from Harvard, MIT, सब जगह पे जितना भी resources है. I didn't collate and just put all that in one place because that would have been stupid. Who would have used the bot anyway? I studied these concepts myself. I spoke to a lot of people who've done their MBAs from reputed places, and they've actually gone and become product makers. So there's this term called indie makers. All right. So these people are bootstrap people like me. They are self-funded. They make projects, side projects like this out of the thing, and they scale it up all by their own. Well, they don't really depend on funding or any of the team, right? So this guy who became this indie maker, right? I'll tell his name later. So this person has achieved 1 million MRR, his personal income as well for all his projects. सब कुछ मिला के I think it's around 1 or 5 million के आसपास हो गया था in a month. This guy is a legend. He actually last year he started 12 startups in 12 months. You can check him. You can check him out called Peter Levels. All right, levels.io करके उसका website है. Just check it out. So he actually put a tweet out there, 52 tweets. He told me these are the important concepts of MBA that you need to know. Nothing beyond this. And he justified this saying, look, I've attended three different business schools. I know what I'm talking about, plus I'm going to And I simply extracted the core out of that. I understood the core idea, rebuilt the entire thing here, added the MIT Investopedia, all these blogs, citations there. Told them, look, if you want to read more, if you want to read case studies, go there, right? And then this was another aspect where I wanted to kind of upsell and promote. So after this, the section was to donate, and actually got a lot of donation as well. So the idea here was to again put dialogue flow and all this. So this part would have probably come at a much later stage where I would have thought कि चलो थोड़ा coding डालने से if things can become better, why not? Because now one justification which I would like to put out here is the reason I used Facebook Messenger was that look, Facebook has 2 billion people across the world. And this bot right now it's used by around 7 or 8 different Nigerian schools. Again, I met them all through Twitter itself. All of those guys, they have these tiny phones in which 3G, 4G, 3G maximum chalta hai. Now, whenever you're building an app or you're building anything, right, the very first thing that comes in your mind is, look, I need to get users. That is the first thing. How do you get users? You have to spend money on your marketing in terms of both paid, organic, all of that. It'll take you about a year to even get results. But I got 800 users in less than 4 months. I didn't even market it. Zero marketing, zero ad spend. In fact, I abandoned the project as well. So all that don't worry. I'll go more in depth as and when we go. And yeah, these are the press features. So we got again all organic, nothing paid at all. So again, like I said, we hit 800 users. This is the stat I took out from yesterday itself. Feb 10th launch.
Well,
yeah.
We are definitely interested in this data, but we also want to know that secret. How did you do it? Yes. So we want to see this data, but we don't want to learn the secret behind it.
Yeah, secret.
Well, how did you do it? Like 400 users, 800 users in 4 months without a penny spent. So we need that answer point by point.
I'll tell you that. I'll tell you. That'll be really fun.
Yeah.
Okay. So I launched on Product Hunt. Alright. Now Product Hunt. So this is the place where I started frequenting a lot, because I was very interested to know कि market में exactly चल क्या रहा है. What are the products that people are making? SaaS products. Even the B2B businesses like Freshdesk, all these guys, they also feature their products there. IoT products are featured there. Everything. It's like a place where you can find all the products. So I made it a part of my cadence. Every morning, the moment I wake up, after the news, after texting people and stuff, I need to go to Product Hunt. I need to see what products are coming out there. I need to understand the market by the products. So today, if somebody asks me, look, if I have a product plan, so मुझे ये product launch करना है, I'll tell them, boss, don't do this. I know the pulse in and out. I can know the market better than anybody else. Because I don't refer data, I don't refer this, I refer what people are doing. I talk to them on a daily basis. That's what really differentiates between companies and people like us who build projects on the side, and MVPs especially. Alright. So, by the way, we also got selected in Y Combinator as well. So this is a 10-week course. So after 10 weeks, they give you $15K grant. Or if you're too good, then they call you to SF. They put you in their cohort, and that normal story goes on. So this, I think, about 6 weeks in out of 10. So Y Combinator is a very good thing that they group you with peers across the globe who are in the same industry doing one of the same things. And these are the feedback that we've got as well for this. So a lot of people, four of them actually agree with you. We understand what this product is. People are excited by this problem that's solving. And again, people like me as a person, which is amazing. So now let's get to the science of things. Okay. Now look at this. This is an amazing tweet. So if people who are on my WhatsApp, I think you also you see my status also. I'm addicted to fasting these days. I fast left, right, center. Alright. And so I mean, because I'm a person who's I get stressed very easily. I don't really take small fights in a jokey. I mean, I'm a very emotional person. I take a lot of stress. So I'm like, chalo, let me fast. So fasting again, this is something that is pretty much known to all. I mean, I've been fasting since I was a kid as well, because I'm a Jain who come here, USP keep fast karo, and that is the USP of these guys. Okay. I'm doing that from ever since I was like 12 or something. I never thought I'd probably grow up and start using an app to actually check how long I fast, what my data is, all of that. But I started using that. A lot of people in my office, in fact, I also, when I'm in the office, all I do is drink coffee, do shit the entire day. I don't drink water, which is very essential for survival at that. But so I use an app, something that's so obvious, right? We use a ton of things. I mean, even when you probably on Google Calendars, what do we do the first? I mean, I'm sure all of us who are working in corporates or anywhere have one thing there. Look, I need to plan my day. I need to do this. I need to calendarize all of it. I need to prioritize things. These are things that we've innately done since the beginning of time, but right now we're using tools. And what are these tools? These tools are not really something that's completely like mind-blowing or something. They're not Eureka tools. These tools are so obvious out there. Which is why I chose something a Facebook Messenger to do. So if you've heard of this guy called Neil Ayar, he has this thing called the hook model. So he has like a 4-point model where he tells people how to, he tells you how to get users hooked onto your product and build habit forming products. Now, which is why I told you, if you were to build an app, you had to go out build an app, do your marketing content. Thus, cheese karo, again, nothing really works out. By the time you achieve some traffic or some users as well, market is changed. You wake up one morning and like, shit, kya ho gaya? I mean, I wanted to do this, but right now 10 companies already do this. So there's a risk. There's barriers of entry today are like very low today. Anybody with an idea, in fact, me, I don't really have a lot of credentials like all of you guys. I'm just a guy who does a lot of shit on my laptop. And when I could really beat people in Bangalore, like huge names who are already into MBA coaching, like unki fat gayi thi, bro, you want to acquire these things. I got a lot of acquisition offers for IPOs there. Why? Because they missed the entire point. They wanted to make students build a habit, which is what I went through as well. So when you go through BASE or any IT coaching, people are like, you have to study for 16, 18 hours a day. It's stupid, nobody does that. I want to learn on the go. I'm a smart guy, always on my phone. Every student today has. People, institutes, companies, nobody's capitalizing on common things that people are using out there on a daily basis. Right? This is why I thought, look, let me go to Facebook Messenger. People are already using it on a daily basis. I don't need to tell people to go out of their way to use something. Plus, on the technical side, there's server ka bhi down hoga, I Facebook ka. Design ka bhi outdated hoga, Facebook ka. All what I'm doing, I'm not even coding. I'm just like typing, dragging, dropping, creating a flow, publishing on Facebook. Free of cost, done. Anybody today, in fact, I've implemented the same concept. I think 5 different clients of mine to onboard their customers, to filter out leads, to do all of that as well. In fact, I'm doing that in my own company too right now. This is so. Look, I get the point that Facebook does not really work in a lot of corporate networks and stuff. But again, this is a B2C product. When you come to B2B side, you can do a lot of different other things as well. You can build your own custom chatbots using the same Facebook framework itself. All that's already available online. But the idea is to build habit forming products. Build something that people are already accustomed to, so you don't need to convince them a lot. Like if I were to come and tell you, look, I've built this bot on Facebook Messenger, can you use it? You'd be much more readily able to use it than if I told you buy it in Play Store, download it, set it up, put your credentials. That's too long. Nobody has that time, right? So how do you get cool ideas? Now, this idea, to be honest, seems really cool to a lot of people. Trust me, I've checked this idea out of a tweet. I've crowdsourced this idea. None of it was really mine. I just executed it in a way that nobody else did. And that's probably my standing USP today. But a lot of people right now are wanting to find cool idea things. Probably all of you guys are already inspired each other. Humble, we could we want to know the secret, like you said, how do we build products like this, how do we scale in this way. But the thing is that look, you have to build startup ideas that are very close to you. So I'm working with this one guy in my office. He's got this cool, he's got this very cool idea as well. So all of us are into SEO, content marketing, shit like that, right? Problem with that is, look, when you're doing SEO and all that, it takes about 3-4 months to get results. Now, if I were to buy ads as well, I have to test a lot. Plus, if I'm doing it for the US market, $10 per 1,000 impressions. There's no guarantee also कि मुझे conversion मिलेगा. So what this guy has done, he's created a platform where all of us can like use credits and get organic traffic. It's an amazing platform. It's called trafficbuff.com or something. Pretty amazing platform that is built.
Traffic?
Trafficbuff. मैं आपको link भेजूँगा बाद में. ठीक है? So this guy built that. ठीक है? Like you can get like organic traffic by just again you can either purchase the credits out there or जो free credits मिलता है you can get organic traffic to your website. Works really well as well. So this guy like he asked me कि Varun how do I market?
Do not use elevators. Repeat. Do not use elevators.
Yeah. So again, so this guy wanted to. He asked me, how do I again scale? How do I get as many users? I asked him, look, what Trafficbuff is one thing. What do you want people to think of when they come to Trafficbuff? What is that idea that you want to leave them with? So I'll tell you more about that, right? Look at these two photos very closely. Okay. Again, I take this from Twitter.
They're using some mosquito repellents in the
अच्छा,
lifts, so they say that is not.
दिक्कत नहीं होगी.
नहीं कोई नहीं.
ठीक है. So look at this. This is a sad indie playlist. It says it's okay to break up with mutual. Now again I'm sort of bullish here. I'm saying कि हाँ break up with mutual, but मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ? Going and listening sad Dedas वाला type of songs, right? So this is a very straightforward way of thinking. I want to be more of a morning person, but playlist क्या चल रहा है? Dance party. So if you look at this playlist and that playlist, the idea that you have, like if I tell you, if I didn't show you this part, if I only showed you this part, you'd be like, हाँ Friday night, Saturday night का scene है ऐसा. But instead of like you're changing the way people, you're changing how people are thinking, not what they think. Nobody cares about what they think. You change how they think. So everybody. So I've met a lot of iPhone users, and trust me, I hate iPhone users to the core. क्यों? Ignoring you. क्यों? Why? Because iPhone users never leave iPhone and come to Android. मैं बोला कि भाई MI ले लो, Android ले लो. It's got so many features. Need iPhone, right? Status. So iPhone, Apple, every iPhone user also like within deep inside the soul, उनको पता है कि phone टट्टी है, कुछ नहीं है. They're overpaying. They will probably it's mad, right? But they still want it. Give me status. It tells people about their personality. That's how people associate themselves with products. So Apple has radically transformed how people think of their product and not what they think about it. Everybody knows कि Apple sucks. I can't do shit on that. People know that, right? And they're completely okay with it. That was the idea with me creating this IBO as well, this bot. I know MBA, if I were to go and change people's thinking, look, don't do an MBA. This is an alternative. You can do crash courses. I know that's not going to do any effect. But people want to learn things in a much more different way by themselves. That can create such an amazing difference out there. Because that's what really transformed my life. I mean, I'm seriously not from like a huge ass background. I built myself up from the scratch, and I did it using LinkedIn, using Twitter, by attending networks like this. I changed how I thought about people. I'm an introverted guy, to be honest. I seem like an extroverted guy, but I'm not. I'm an introverted guy. I just changed how I thought about things, and that really made my life. And so this is a really great example that Spotify actually came up with. So yeah. Apart from that, so right now, is there really a right way to build a product? Right. So I spoke about launching on a page like Product Hunt. Now I really messed up on that aspect. I'll come to that aspects later. Okay? So is there a right way to build it? So the reason I mentioned that I abandoned this project as well. The reason I abandoned this because I didn't know what to do with it. So again, I don't trust two people in my life, doctors and engineers. Never trust those guys. My doctor says, look, I have a perfect vision, but I'm a myopic guy. I cannot see long term. And this is pretty much what happened with my product as well. I thought, look, I'll launch it, live set ho jayega, I'll come in 10 different newspapers, this and that, all sorted. Things didn't go that way. Again, product went really great, but I didn't know how to capitalize my users. I'll show you some stats. I'll show you the truth of the product. This is fun. Look at my user retention from 15 to 20. Well, probably looking at that. First day, I'm getting a lot of users. Like on a day, I'm averaging about 5 to 10 users, which is good. Okay, without any marketing. But on day 1, day 2, it's all 0%. So when somebody comes up to me with a product idea and all that, they tell me we've got so many users, so many downloads. I'm like, look, keep all that aside. Anybody can get that. If I had the money, I would have put 1 lakh rupees and I've got 1 million downloads. Today, getting users, getting downloads is the easiest thing anybody can do. Maybe you need page for that. Google has already done that for you. But then I'll probably ask, what's your churn? What's your retention? How do you retarget those guys? These are the things that I want. And this is really where I messed up. So even if I launch on Product Hunt, that was one of the aims, which is where a lot of us think, look, I build an MVP and I just launch it that's it. People after that, I've seen 90% of the MVPs failing. So like I mentioned, I was an early stage angel investor as well. So in India, I bought this concept called soft funding. Okay? Now it's a very new concept. US में काफी चल रहा है. Idea काफी simple है. Let's say that you want to build an app, but you don't have the money, you don't have the stack to build it. You don't have a team. I have the team in house. I'll tell you, look, boss, I'll give you 50%. तुम्हारा जितना प्रोजेक्ट का ऐप बनाने का चलो 2 लाख होता है. 50% तुम मुझे कैश दो, बाकी 50% I'll take a stake or some sweat equity. एक साल तक बनाऊंगा, I'll take an exit. काफी अच्छा मॉडल. So we invested about 5-6 lakhs or something कुछ एक company था, which was a Swiggy for these one ये farmer कौन वाले nurses and all that. Basically, if you want to get blood tests and all that stuff done home, these guys you can just book it on the app and this will come, do all of that and go. 1 year, literally, I spent 1 year building that product. You know, setting down the tech, doing all of it. At the end of the year, the market again had completely changed. It was too old to even do anything. And to 1 year, a lot of money, everyone's time got wasted. So when I tell people, look, if you want to get users fast and all that, build an MVP quickly. And when you build an MVP, don't just build it for a certain goal. Build it for a very long term. So you always have to keep iterating at every stage. So this is a model that I would like all of you to kind of make note of called KANO model. KANO model. Alright. Now this model is something that we are also using in my company as well, where I work right now. And so I didn't know about this before, but this model is pretty amazing. So what it does is, look, so Steve Jobs said one thing. Look, don't tell users, don't ask your customers what features they want because they don't know Jack. That's the truth of it. Like so I went and asked my friends as well, what do you want to do with this iPod bot? What can I do with it? Everyone told me 10 different ideas, 10 different criticisms. At the end of the day, I was there for nothing. There was not. So don't ever ask users. I subscribe to that philosophy. But at the same time, you should know what to give your users. Certain features, certain time. So I'm sure a good portion of us here are married, have kids, and all that. Nobody gives their kids an iPhone when they're in 5th. Nobody gives their kids a Mercedes when they're in 10th. Everything comes at the right time. Same thing goes with users as well. Don't give them everything at once. So with this model, alright. So one thing I did with this was that I did give a lot of feedback on Facebook, on Google, and all that. Feedback was amazing, but I didn't know how to capitalize on feedback. So if I got a feedback, there's no outreach coming from my side. If you like this, would you mind testing all this thing for me? There was no engagement happening at all there. Because of that, I could not capitalize on my users. Even if I have a crowd of 800, there is no way right now that I can charge anything from them. That's the worst part. So you have to rebuild. So you have to charge them right now to rebuild the entire product. That's the situation that what my MVP is coming. That's the same thing what everybody faces out there. So build an MVP, ship as early as you can. Look at this. Yeah, look at this. Early and often has been a very effective mantra for this guy. And Gumroad as well. I really want you to follow this guy on Twitter. He's an amazing guy. So ship code early and often. What this will do is it's going to keep your presence within the community. It's going to keep you very close to them. So let's say every week you're sending out an email update or a Facebook update, anything to your user community saying, okay, this is what we've done this week. What do you think that we should be doing here? All of those things. So the way you prioritize features versus what your customers want is using the KANO model. So always go for the lowest hanging fruit. Find what impacts the customer's life the most and also brings you some revenue, some immediate metric that's useful to you. Work on those things. Climb up the ladder. Don't give them everything at once and don't give them nothing also. So you have to find a balance there. And all this balance comes from continuous interaction with customers. Always keep taking feedback, have an engagement with something that they'll keep going on. That is one way how you can consistently build your user base through referrals. So you don't need to incentivize them. So one thing that that I've seen in companies happening as well. So a lot of B2B companies want product reviews. The way they do that is they again cold call karte hain, sab kuch karte hain, ask for reviews. At the end of the day, the story comes down to, sir, I'll give you 500 rupees Amazon gift voucher, please give me it. I've seen that with multiple companies across India as well. Everybody comes on with that. And I don't subscribe to that. But if you're paying to get reviews, might as well just also to some guy on Fiverr. 5 minutes में तुमको like 1000 review आ जाएगा. Your rating number 1 on Capterra on Gino page like that. Is that going to make any sense for anybody? No, it's not going to help anybody come to a buying decision. Which is why you need to always engage with the customers or with your target audience on an ongoing basis. That really helps. Ask feedback early and often, like I said. So if you're shipping out a bait this week or if you have something that you want, let's say if you're building out the next set of a base for the next month, ask feedback for that right now. Saying, just give them a hypothetical situation. Saying, okay, if this so existed, would this make your life easier? Right? Do those things. That really helps getting users very easily. So this product that I made, of course, it was a moonshot success. One shot thing, it did. The reason I also abandoned was that look, abhi itna success ho chuka, let's say the second MVP that I built does not succeed this much, it's going to screw up my entire hard work that I've done. That is the same thing what every company also has, the same innate fear. So which is why, and the worst part about these MVPs that companies build is they land up spending a lot of money. It goes up to lakhs, crores as well in often, if it's a big size company. And they employ developers, they waste everybody's time. And like, there are already tools out there that you can use without any code, sitting in the bedroom, sitting in your office, make it on the go. When you can build an email list, how difficult is it? MailChimp is very difficult. I have a solution for that also. Everybody has I'm sure all of you guys have checked out video.
It's 4 o'clock.
Thank you. Very continue.
So all of us have seen Medium. Very easy to go create an account and your blog is done. Imagine if I told you that newsletter banana bhi itna simple hota. There's actually an option. I'll tell you about those tools as well. Those tools hacking tools basically. Yeah. Some benefits again, like I said, when you continue talking to your users, you can identify churn areas and focus on retention earlier, which will lead to scalability. So you know where you're going right and where you're going wrong. You know what features are working, what features are not. Minus the cost, minus acquisition. That works amazingly well. Then you can achieve profitably optimizing your capital that you put inside the operational cost. You can keep, let's say if you are investing some amount as well, you can keep optimizing that as and when you go and not go all in and expect high risk, high reward or something. Then if you do it often enough, you're sure to hit product market fit faster. So like I said, so I've seen a lot of people on Product Hunt as well, they keep sharing our updates on Twitter very often, they keep talking to users something or the other. If you follow this guy called Dave Gerhardt from Drift.com and all these places, these guys are out and out about their marketing. The moment there's a new ABM strategy, something or the other comes up, they put it out there. Neil Patel is like the god of putting out content fast out there and getting reviews immediately. So he knows on a daily basis what's working, what's not with his audience. And this guy's going by leaps and bounds more than any other marketer out there. Probably there's marketers out there who put in better content, much more reasonable content than this guy. But this guy's showing up every single day on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on Twitter, everywhere, and capitalizing with the existing audience that he has. See, today all of us are meeting, we're all talking to each other here. If we don't talk tomorrow, if we don't talk the next week, we don't follow, then today's honestly it's going to be a waste of time. Because you're not making use of this 20-30 people crowd that we have. What 20-30 people is a good number to do shit in life. Like I know that for a fact. Same thing goes with business. Even if you have 100 users as well, that is more than enough to know where you stand. Right? Yeah. So don't launch straight away. This is the mistake I did as well. I built my bot in 10 days. I was very hyped up about it. I'm like, look, I need to launch it by 10 Feb. After that, what happened? I didn't want to do that. Same thing with companies also. Same thing with, I'm sure all of you guys go as well. This is where, so the way we think of marketing is that, look, marketing एक time के बाद है. पहले मेरे को ये करना है. First I'll make my product. First I'll get some feedback. Then I'll go market. It doesn't work that way. Marketing today is documentation. It works at every single stage. So today, let's say if I'm talking here, I'm probably going to shoot all of you guys a personal message saying, look, I do this, I do